Some employees earn their pay the right way, while others cut corners and get caught. These cases prove it's never worth it. Here are 5 instances when dumb employees get their caught stealing on the job. Number 5. Teen's new job comes with a quick and costly lesson. Our first case takes us to a Walmart on September 10, 2022, where an employee hired just a week earlier was caught stealing merchandise. Watch what happens as officers arrive to detain her.
You have your ID on you? What's your date of birth? Okay. Alright, so the reason why you're being detained is because I'm doing an investigation on theft. Okay, hang on. Let me lock these that way they don't pinch you. Alright, I'm not going to ask you any questions just yet. We're going to take a walk back up to the loss prevention office. You're going to take a seat. Or, Ro, you all set? Yeah. Okay. Actually, we're going to take a walk up front, and then I'm going to ask you some questions. Alright, these questions that I'm going to ask you, I know the answers to them already, so please don't lie to me. Alright, this your phone? Alright. Headphones? Alright. 104 Charlie Cal.
Prior to detaining the teen, the officer reviewed footage and reports from the store's loss prevention team, clearly showing her stealing snacks and merchandise during her shifts. Now face to face, the officer begins questioning her about the theft.
Alright, go ahead and take a seat for me, right over there. Okay. Alright. So, like I told you, I'm doing a theft investigation. Alright. So, I'm going to ask you some questions. Alright. Like I told you before, these questions I'm going to ask you, I already know the answer to. So, please don't lie to me. Alright. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questions if you wish. You can decide at any time to execute these rights, not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights that I've explained to you? Having these rights in mind, do you want to talk to me? Yeah. Okay. Alright, so I've just spent the last 30 minutes back here reviewing video. Alright. Alright, September 8th, which was 3 days ago? 2 days ago. Okay. So, were you working that day? 2 days ago?
I genuinely, my memory's not good.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, so do you have the Walmart Scan and Go app on your phone? Okay. Is that how you normally make all of your purchases?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Most of the time.
What makes you use it versus not use it?
Because it's convenient.
Okay. Alright. So, on September 8th, at 10:22 in the morning, you came in, you selected some stuff from the aisle.
In only a week, the teen racked up about $1,000 in stolen goods, all documented in a detailed list already in the officer's hands.
So you selected Great Value disinfectant wipes, some 2 cans of pineapple juice, cream of coconut, some cutlery, spoons, forks, assortment, things like that, some red plastic cups, some toilet paper, some paper towels, some brownie mix, 2 books, some chicken wings. You remember that day? Does it ring a bell? Alright, can you tell me how you paid for that transaction?
With Walmart Pay.
With Walmart Pay? Okay. Did you pay the full amount? No? Why not?
Because I didn't really have a lot of money.
Okay. Did you pay for anything in that transaction?
1 thing, I think.
What was that?
It was a trash bag.
Trash bags. Okay. So, typically the Scan and Go app, how does it work?
You're supposed to scan everything in before you pay.
And where would you scan it? Like, as you select the item off the shelf, or when you get to the register?
When you get to the register.
Okay. So, did you scan any of those items?
I think just the trash bag.
Just the trash bags? Okay. So you didn't scan all the other things that I read off, the wipes, the pineapple juice, the coconut, the forks, any of that stuff? No? Okay. So that transaction that you failed to ring all those other items was $81.82. Alright? That's just one. September 8th. It's the same day, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This one's got the pizza, the mini bullet, all that stuff.
Yeah, that's why she
Yeah. Do you remember that day later on in the afternoon where you came back? Same day, Thursday? Remember doing another transaction? Were you here by yourself that day?
No, I had my roommate with me.
Your roommate? Okay.
As it turns out, the teen had been stealing mostly essentials and food, paying for a few cheaper items with her card while slipping unpaid merchandise into her bags.
Do you remember what you bought that day? Or what you had in your shopping cart that day?
2011.
A lot of stuff.
How did you try to make that purchase?
Walmart
Walmart Pay, did you scan all those items in the app? No? Do you remember if you bought anything that day?
I
Like,
think I bought one thing.
do you remember what that was?
No,
No? Okay. And can you tell me why you didn't pay for anything?
I just don't really have a lot of money.
Okay. Your friend that was here, did they purchase anything?
They purchased their stuff, yes.
Okay, but you didn't purchase pizza or mozzarella sticks or shampoo, some shavers, any of that stuff, L'Oreal, hair paint? No? Again, that's you doing the same thing, using the Scan and Go app and failing to process everything. Or actually not even scanning anything. Okay. This is Officer Bauer here. She's just going to search you real quick. Because you are going to be placed under arrest. Okay. So she is going to search you. Do you have anything on you're not supposed to have? No? Okay. Alright, September 7th, which would have been Wednesday. Do you remember that day? No? Do you remember Wednesday at all? No? Okay. You came in here and you had in your shopping cart some Ghirardelli brownie mix, some milk, some marshmallows, some cereal, some cinnamon roll. Do you remember that? Can you tell me how, when you got to the register, what happened?
Something.
What's that?
I didn't pay for anything except something.
Okay. Do you remember what you paid for? No. Another brownie mix?
What makes this case even worse is that the teen didn't just steal once. She did it multiple times a day. The officer now makes it clear just how serious the consequences will be.
That total was $19.50. The one before that I just read off to you, that had the pizza and all that stuff, that one was $288.19. Everything that you've been doing here, like, it's considered organized fraud. Okay, you're showing a pattern of always doing the same thing, to the point where you're leaving with unpaid merchandise. You know, you're fooling everybody that's around you to think that you're paying for the stuff. But when in fact you're not. So everything that you've taken, that Walmart knows about, that's been able to identified, that's just what they know about. Is there any other ones that you've done that I haven't mentioned?
I know that there was something with the blender where I thought my friend had paid for it, but I wasn't sure. Because we were separated during checkout, and I asked her if she was going to pay for it, and she was.
I think it was,
And if you guys can account for her paying for it, put it on there, because I don't take accountability for that.
start typing. So I get to the jail and they make me wait in the freaking room for like 20 minutes before they take them. They always do that. Like waiting in there. No, I'm good. Appreciate it. Yeah, no. I'm all set. Whenever you're ready. You have video. Alrighty. To the next one. Alright, do you have any questions for me or for them before we leave? Nope.
Call us. I'm gonna go look at Paul's screen and they're gonna take off.
All the stuff that, did you have anything in your locker?
There was this stuff.
No,
Oh, it was just that bag and stuff there with some.
Okay. Let me grab you the other side.
Given the amount of merchandise she stole, she was formally charged with felony grand theft.
Alpha, Cal, 160.
101 Alpha.
No, you don't have anything else tucked in your bra or in your pants?
The only thing that I would think would be in my flannel pocket. I don't have any other pockets on me.
Just know that if we get to the jail and anything else is discovered on you, yeah, careful, on you or inside of you, it's an additional charge of whatever it is plus an reduction.
Yeah, just my hair tie.
Okay.
It's the only thing that's not a part of me.
All right, no worries.
She received 36 months of probation, and in a turn of leniency, her felony charge was later expunged, giving her a clean slate. Number 4. Assistant manager thought she could get away with stealing. This time at a Dollar General, an internal audit uncovered a theft totaling thousands of dollars. After a thorough internal review, management traced the missing funds and suspicious transactions back to one female employee. Here's what happened when law enforcement stepped in.
Yes, ma'am. Where is she at?
She's in the office. She has no idea you're coming. I stepped out to call you guys. She's already admitted to it's $4,900. It's right sitting under $5,000 worth of theft of money. She's admitted to it. We already have a statement.
Do you already have her statement?
We already have a wet statement and a reimbursement form and everything. We get all that before we call you guys.
Okay. So, have y'all reported the money missing in the past?
No, we did. That's what we're doing today. We came to investigate it. We found it today. She's admitted to it, so that's what this policy is to call you guys today of.
And y'all are missing that much money?
Yes, she's already confirmed it. We have it.
She confirmed it.
Yes.
Well, I'm asking did someone confirm the deposits were actually?
My loss prevention's in the office.
Okay, that's why I was making sure. I was like,
I'm the district manager, so that's what we're doing today. We get all the investigations, do all the hard work before you guys get here.
Okay.
So she's already wrapped up in a bow.
Okay, let me go ahead and call my sergeant real quick, and then I'll just I'll meet you back. Oh.
Well, it's in the front. I was just walking around, so she didn't know because they're in the office.
Okay.
361.
Hello. Hey, Miss Whitney.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. Deputy Mayor with the Sheriff's Office.
Yes, sir.
So I'm here because of, well, obviously I'm pretty sure you know why I'm here. Okay. So do you need to talk to her anymore? Are y'all done? I can talk to her now and okay. All right.
Before the officer arrived, the suspect had already spoken with store management. But now the officer steps in to begin his own questioning, starting with a Miranda warning.
Well, I'm going to read you a couple things. I'm going to read you something real quick, okay? All right, because right now I'm starting my investigation, okay, based off of what they've told me and what you've told them and stuff like that. I don't want to start asking you a bunch of questions and you not know your rights, okay? So, Miss Whitney, you have the right to remain silent, okay? Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law, okay? You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand that each of these rights I've explained to you? Okay. And I know you've talked to them, but obviously I gotta ask a couple questions, probably some of the same questions they've asked. Do you want to, knowing your rights, do you want to talk to me too? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I said I would assume so.
So that's a yes?
Yes.
Okay, here. What I'm gonna do. Can you spin the chair? That way I can see your face. I'm sorry. Maybe like put it up against that. There we go. All right, Miss Whitney. So tell me what's going on. Why am I here? You made a bad choice. Okay. What choice was that?
Looking for help, I tried to go through the store.
You tried to get your own help. Is that what you were saying? So tell me how you did that. Tell me what happened.
Pretty much I had a situation and I had a bill that had to be paid. So I took some money.
Okay.
In total, the woman stole around $5,000. And while the store already has footage of the thefts, the officer asks her to walk through exactly how she carried out the scheme.
I've been trying to pay it back a little bit by a little bit, but I didn't know.
What? You mind what? I asked what bill?
I had some medical bills.
Some medical bills and stuff?
Yes, and just everything on top of the house bills, that I had really fell on some hard times, and I didn't know what else.
Yeah. Okay. When did you first take money
Honestly,
that you can remember?
it's been a minute. I think that's why it's been taking so long.
Okay. Have you taken it over time, or just like one one deposit, or like how did that work?
It was like probably like once or twice. So now here I am trying to put the deposits back like they go.
Mm-hmm.
And
So let me ask you this: how much did you take in total that you remember?
he's saying there's 496,850.
Does that sound about correct as far as like how much you took?
I mean, it would have to be.
Yeah,
you know
because
what
you took that much. Okay. Was it like you said once or twice?
I mean, for me to just have two deposits, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 2 deposit. Yeah, I know
Right.
sometimes the store makes you drop it after so much. Yeah, I get that. I used to run Subway a long time ago, so I know how the deposits and stuff work, like daily or hourly or whatever.
Simply put, the assistant manager took one deposit, then masked the theft with the next, repeating the cycle in hopes the store wouldn't catch on. Now she claims she meant to repay it, but the damage is already done.
Okay, so you say, when was the first time you took it? Just give me an estimate. If you can't remember a specific day, I mean, just...
I probably wouldn't really, but I started getting sick a couple of months ago, so...
So it was probably within a couple months until...
Yeah.
When was the last time you took it? Do you remember?
It hasn't been. I've just been trying to
Okay.
fix what you know what I mean?
So it was like a one-time thing where you took maybe like 2 deposits
right,
and
I'm
then
just trying
trying to feed it back in or
Yeah.
whatever? Okay. Okay, so... How did you do it, if you don't mind my asking? How did you take the money as far as...
I mean, really, I just took it out the store.
Okay. Are you like a key holder or something like that where you have access to the deposit?
Yes, sir.
So you took the money, you took it out of the store, and then obviously you took it with you or whatever. Okay.
But pretty much all I've been doing now is just trying to balance the deposits out until I got the money back paid. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And apparently, it caught up with me.
So they caught it and they... Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Have you ever done anything like this before?
Yes, not.
You have not?
I was raised like I'm a good woman. I really felt in some bad times that I made the worst fucking decision of my life. And
Yes,
if
ma'am.
I would have known I'd be where I was, I swear to God, I would have done it. Like, I have kids and stuff.
Yeah, man. Okay. Do you have your ID on you anywhere,
No, sir. Everything is at home.
or? So I'll just go ahead and get your name and date of birth and stuff like that real quick. What's your first name?
After getting her personal information, the officer asks the suspect once again if she's willing to give a formal statement.
I know have you filled any sort of form out with them? Okay. All right. Do you wanna fill out a form, like fill out one of my forms also, just kind of telling me what you did, or?
I mean, if it's gonna be the same as what they have, I mean.
Well, so that right there is, I'm not sure what kind of form they have. Mine is a sworn statement. Okay, so mine is you're telling me, obviously I got this on body camera, but then we put it in writing and then I swear you to what you're telling me is true. Okay, so that is completely up to you. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. I can't make you. If you want to, you can always just swear to the statement that you've made verbally, and you don't have to write it all out if you don't want to. So that's all up to you.
Okay.
So would you want to
I'll swear to the statement.
verbally? Okay, just go ahead and raise your right hand. For me. Okay. Do you swear and affirm that the verbal statement you gave me is true and correct, best of your knowledge and belief? Okay. Just to ask real quick, what was how are you putting it back? How are you trying to put it back in there, like balance it out? Were you just trying to feed some of your own money in every now and again?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how
Okay.
much you might have paid back by the time?
Not as of right now, no.
Okay. All right.
Like I was still in the process of paying it back. You know,
Okay.
it's nothing I would have done.
Okay.
In her earlier statement, the suspect claimed she still had some of the stolen money and was willing to return it. With that, the officer presses further, asking where the rest of the funds went.
And I heard that you might have you might still have some of the money, or is that just your money that you're trying to pay back?
No, I still have a little bit of the money.
You still have a little. Where is that at? Over at the house?
Actually, yes, it is.
It is at the house, or it's not here with you anywhere, like in your car or whatever?
Not here. It's either at the house in a bag, or it could be in my van. I have to.
In your van? Is your van here?
It is.
Okay. Would you give me consent to look for it? That way I can find it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll do that here in a moment. It's too hot for me to go outside and sit there and come back for this, that, whatever. Okay. So we'll get this done here first, and then you have your keys on you. Is that your purse, or is that something?
No, so that's Miss Jessica. My keys are actually
Are they in your van still?
probably up front.
Oh, up front. Okay. You left your stuff up front. Were you coming into work today?
Yes, sir, I was.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Okay, Miss Moore, just kind of sit tight for me real quick, and then I'll kind of explain the next couple steps for you, okay? Yeah, ma'am. So obviously her van's gonna be here whenever she leaves. Are y'all wanting to tow it, or y'all allow her to have someone come pick it up? Okay. Yeah, I just want to make sure. Do it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll let her know.
Yeah, Mom, I know.
Um,
So sorry, Mama.
Miss Whitney, how do you want your van taken care of?
My mom can
Come get it? Okay, now we're gonna have to leave the keys up here with someone.
That's fine.
Okay, do you trust them to hold on to the keys until Mom gets here, or do you want one of us to hold on to the keys
I
until...
trust them up here.
The weight of her choices starts to sink in, but at this point, there's no turning back. She'll have to answer for what she did.
Okay, I just want to make sure. I didn't want to leave your van here because they sound like they're gonna let it sit until someone comes to get it or whatever. Okay.
Guess they taking me to Walton County.
It'll be Walton County, yes, ma'am.
Mama, I don't know. I don't even know if I'll get a bond today.
I don't think so. Not today, anyway, because of the amount. But you can. Don't quote me on that because I'm not a booking specialist. The booking specialists up there, whatever you're getting charged with, as far as the statute goes, they have a worksheet that tells them if it's a first appearance or if it's going to be. But I believe it's a first appearance charge.
So
Okay.
I have to go to court first.
Well, it's not court. It's you see a judge in the morning, and then he gives you a bond.
Okay. So more than likely, I'm gonna have to sit tonight until in the morning. It's like 4,000 and something. Mama, please, I'm already stressed out. I'm so sorry, Mama.
Did you let her know to go watch your kids and all that?
Just please go, and the kids, my purse is at the house. That card, that EBT card is in there. Just go ahead. Like, Reggie gonna have to know. They finna get ready to take me.
Yeah, because we gotta get this going. That way we're not sitting here, okay?
I'm so sorry, Mama. I'm so sorry.
Tell Mama you call her back, okay?
The suspect speaks with her mother one last time before booking. Once that call drops, she's immediately headed to the station.
I'm gonna leave my phone and stuff here, and just tell Daddy to stay by his phone. His number is the only one I can remember. Okay?
Well, you can take your phone if you want.
Okay, they said I can take my phone.
You can take your phone. The phone, they'll allow you to get phone numbers off of it if you need it.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, well, I'm going to take my phone with me, Mama, okay? Just tell my kids I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Mama, no, but It's done now. Okay, let me go so we can get this process over. I'm so sorry, Mama. I gotta go.
Okay. Do you have anything else on you other than?
No, not that I could think of. But they will let me get my phone.
Yeah, as long as you're cool with them, they'll allow you to go into your phone and only your contacts to get a number, and that's it. No texting, no doing any of this, because once you do that, then they got to act on that, okay? Because they can't allow you to do anything else, okay? And you don't have anything else on you, no pockets or nothing like that, okay? All right, well, I got my sergeant here, so you won't help me with that, okay? So, just go ahead and turn around. Hands behind your back for me, okay? So at this time, you're being placed under arrest for grand theft, okay? Don't try and put them on too tight. You got small wrists and small hands, but hey, do me a favor. Can you turn your wrist like okay, turn this one this way? Yeah, like a prayer, okay? That'll help you. It'll be a little bit more comfortable for you, okay? All right. It's not too tight or anything, is it? Okay, I gotta tighten this one up a little bit. Like I said, you got small wrists, so I don't want.
The officer now wraps up the investigation, collecting all necessary information from the store's loss prevention team.
Good stuff here. You almost done getting that stuff loaded up onto the thumb drive? Okay. This has all the amounts and the video and all that?
That's the video, yeah, and it has, you'll see my worksheet.
The worksheet on that? Okay.
To the side of what's missing and all that.
All right, thank you very much.
Just need to
She's got it actually on her, on the victim right brochure I gave her. Ah, you're good. It doesn't hurt. All right.
The suspect was ultimately charged with felony grand theft and was later sentenced to 4 years of probation. Number 3. Thief shocked that stealing actually led to an arrest. In this next case, a trusted Walgreens employee in Florida shattered his good record when his manager uncovered what he'd been doing on the clock. Watch how he pulled off the theft and how the consequences all caught up with him.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, I'm Deputy Del Flato.
My name is Deborah. I'm an asset protection manager with Walgreens.
Okay.
This is, what's your full name? What's your last name?
Okay.
So why don't you tell the officer what has been going on?
From like the whole.
You're employed here?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been working here?
A few months, sir.
A few months this year or
Yes,
last year?
This year, sir.
Okay. And what's your title here?
Customer
service? Okay. You're not a manager or anything?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. So what are we getting? What are we brought in the office for?
Are you asking me that, sir?
Yeah, tell them what you did. I have a statement.
So, I
Hearing medicine.
rang out some gift cards to pay for my school and things like that. However, I did not pay for that.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So we're looking at a theft from the business.
and they said that there's a possibility that the company will let me pay that, which I'm willing to do. And they said that there's a possibility that if you're okay with that,
Right now, is 2,100 grand theft?
I wouldn't be
Yeah.
prosecuted if I were to be able to pay it back today on the spot.
So
And then I would be terminated.
I couldn't negotiate anything like that. That's not really my job per se, as far as if you do this or that.
For now, the suspect seems to believe he can talk his way out of trouble and repay the stolen amount in installments. However, with the total money he took and no cash in hand, negotiation is no longer an option.
Charges may or may not be pressed.
At this point, he doesn't have $2,100 on him, so the company does want to proceed with prosecution.
But I'm able to.
Okay, but that's not his now. Now we're past that point right now. So Those are all the transactions
Okay.
that he rang up, and he did 2 today for a total of $400. Will you put it on a Cash App?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Is it still, do you still have that $400 on the Cash App? Okay. So
Okay.
the 2 that he did today.
So there were 2 today,
for $400.
and the receipts are
All the
for going
receipts
back.
are right there, and he also has the video in there. Every single one is on video as well.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right here.
They're on right there.
That's not the 2 today.
You know we don't do thumb drives anymore, right?
What do you need?
We're gonna do a computer link.
An Axon link?
Yeah. Are you guys able to do the Axon link?
They can't, but I can. But it.
Yeah, we try not to take thumb drives anymore. They want to write on that Axon link.
You know, I just got an Axon link from somebody.
That's how they want it now. Just saying that they've
Okay.
changed that.
You know how long
We can
it's
take that, but like I said, it won't get up because the problem is that doesn't get shared with the state. State doesn't have access to the FCC.
There's nothing
That's
that
why
you
it
could
has
do
to go
to
Not at
get
this
out
point.
of prosecution.
For what?
You're saying that there's nothing that you could do to.
There's nothing we can do about that at all.
Prosecution.
Are you a juvenile? How old are you?
I'm 18, sir.
18. Okay, so you wouldn't qualify for a juvenile first offender program.
So you're
That's
saying
probably
you
what
go to
you're
jail?
talking about. Yeah, you're looking at grand theft for the amount of about $2,100.
Even if I could pay it back, I'm still.
Yeah.
Walgreens management is set on pressing charges, but that doesn't stop the suspect from trying to talk his way out of it.
So that's not our call.
Yeah, that's not our call.
We don't play. That's Walgreens. We don't negotiate with that stuff.
So is there a
They've obviously contacted us for a reason.
They
Is there a way
said
for
yes,
Walgreens to
prosecute.
take back?
I mean, listen, like I said, that's not up to me. That's up to Walgreens being a victim.
They looked it up, and you didn't have that much on your paycheck, so they said yes, prosecute and
No.
terminate.
But you're saying that they said that because I didn't have the money on hand.
On
But if I was
on
able,
your paycheck, so that's why. So we can't do any more negotiating. Okay?
No, but I'm saying even if I was able to like get the money, like if I would ask my mother or my father, even if it's not on my paycheck necessarily, if I was to get the money and pay the money back, like legally, is there a way that you could speak to them and see if they would be able to change their mind on the prosecution, not necessarily the termination, like just the prosecution part? Even if I was able to pay the money like right now and not like
You couldn't leave
drag
the
it
store
out.
until it was
That's okay.
paid.
I understand that. I wouldn't want to leave.
So what,
the store.
are you saying that you'd possibly be able to make a phone call to settle
Yes,
this
yes,
debt
sir.
right now?
Yes, sir. That's what I'm trying to
Like I
say.
said,
That's
that's not up to me.
Is there
You
a
know,
way that you could
I'm going to talk to the
please
officers and the store
negotiate
manager outside. I mean, they've already
and
taken
see if
their
I could
time
just
to
make a
get on
call, not leave the store?
there. And they have places to be. I have places to be.
I understand.
So we
Well, just stay in here this time.
Is it
Yeah,
okay?
I'm gonna hang out here.
Is it okay if I make the call now?
Hold on a second.
Hold on. Let's stay in.
Sorry, ma'am. We'll get coming your way. Thank you. Not a problem.
Following the initial conversation with the suspect, the officer and store management now discuss how to move forward with the investigation.
Highly likely that he's gonna come up with $2,100 today. Even if he didn't know.
Even if that's what I'm saying. Even if you did, I can't tell him
No,
or
we
tell
know.
you guys, hey,
And
if you
it's-
pay this money,
This
then we
is-
won't
it's-
pursue
it's
charges.
very disrespectful to
This
the
is a
store what he
Walgreens
did.
thing,
He said that
and
he
it's
said
up
he
to
didn't
what
know.
if
He said he didn't know what
Walgreens
was
wants to be a
wrong.
victim,
He
or
still
if
wanted
Walgreens just wants to terminate and trespass an employee.
We want to trespass. We want to also make a.
You want to prosecute.
We want to, hey, we're not going to tolerate this. We want the other employees to know.
He lives too close to here. I would rather prosecute. He's a liar. He's like, no, just prosecute
And
him.
you know what? When I first started talking to him, he knew what asset protection was. He knew what loss
He's done
prevention
it
was.
before.
He's probably been terminated as from a
Maybe.
previous company. Because no, he knew what asset protection was. He knew what shrink was. He almost described my job at the beginning. You know? So
Okay.
just tell him, no, he keeps repeating the same thing over and over. Just tell him to shut up.
The thing is that he's, and I get it, but he's afraid that it's going to mess up his career going to school, but he should have thought about that long before he did this.
Right. And then, like I said, that's not my call.
Kids from the time they're in kindergarten know you don't steal. You know what I mean? From the time that they can walk, you know, you don't steal.
Right.
Because why didn't you know that it was wrong?
So listen, regardless, knew, didn't know, can get the money, can't get the money. I just need to know the decision on whether we're prosecuting criminally or if we're documenting and trespassing from the store completely. That's something that you guys should probably have a discussion right now and then let me know. Okay?
We're going to prosecute criminally.
Okay.
Have them arrested.
The decision is made, and with that, 2 deputies head into the security room to inform the suspect of what comes next.
I ran him. I don't know if you heard me.
What's that?
I ran him. I didn't know if you heard me.
No, I didn't. Okay. So here's the situation. I talked to Walgreens, obviously representatives. They want to pursue criminal charges. Okay. I know you agreed to pay them back or, you know, whatever. I guess it's beyond the point to where they're willing to agree to that. So we're going to have to go this route. So any payback would be through a restitution through the courts. Have you ever been arrested before?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for what?
It was a driving.
A what?
Drive for driving. It was
driving.
It was street racing, but I wasn't, so it got like dismissed.
Okay. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Right now, you're not free to leave. We're doing a criminal investigation. Let me see if you'd like to provide a statement. Okay, as far as you know what occurred here.
So I'm gonna be arrested right now.
I'm not done. I have to look at one more thing, but it's a very good chance.
Also, there's still a possibility.
Let me read this to you, okay?
That's all on 03 Arrowhead.
I'm required to warn you before you make any statement that you got the following constitutional rights. Okay. You have the right to remain silent and not answer any questions. Any statement you make must be freely and voluntarily given. You have the right to the presence and representation of a lawyer of your choice before you make any statement and during any questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, you're entitled to the presence and representation of a court-appointed lawyer before you make any statement and during any questioning. If at any time during the interview you do not wish to answer any questions, you're privileged to remain silent. I can make no threats or promises to induce you to make a statement. It must be done on your own free will. Any statement can be and will be used against you in a court of law. Do you understand those rights as I have read them to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. With those in mind, are you choosing to speak with me about the incident?
What follows is a round of questioning, but for the suspect, it's a chance to bargain his way out of a criminal charge.
Is that a good idea?
I can't make a recommendation. I just, basically, are you willing to speak with me today about what's been going on? Okay. So, talking to them, they said that you've basically been engaged in an ongoing course of action, loading gift cards fraudulently. Your drawer's been coming up short, and you've been pocketing the money. So, the gift cards, okay. They said that there were some transactions today that were done, I guess, on your phone.
Yes, sir.
I don't know how that works. You'll have to explain it to me. But so right now, the allegations right now are grand theft. Okay, from Walgreens. How long have you been employed here?
A few months.
A few months, just this year?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you work the registers?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, from what I've described to you that you've been accused of, which I saw your statement as well, how does it work with loading the gift cards?
You just type it in. And then
Okay.
Just
So describe to me what you were doing with the gift cards.
like the action of
Yeah.
it. Just scan it and then just type in the amount.
Is it like a sale? You scan it like a sale?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be
And
like a
then
sale.
and then you load it. You
Yeah,
load the
you
gift
just
card
type the
through the
money in.
register.
You just type the amount and then you just like proceed with the transaction.
Okay. And then you complete the transaction.
Right.
And then you just
But
pocket it.
there's no like touching of like any like money. Or
No, not physical money because it's
Right.
loaded up on the gift card. And then you would keep the gift card.
Right.
Okay, without paying the money into the register.
Right.
Okay. You know that's wrong, right?
Yes, sir.
In case you didn't catch it, The suspect had taken $400 earlier in the day before store management confronted him.
Theft from a business who's already paying you a paycheck, who's trusting you to work for the store on their behalf, right? So that's what we're dealing with. They're telling me that this has been an ongoing course of action since the beginning of April. Do you know about how many times you've loaded gift cards?
Not off the top of my head, sir.
Just because it's so many?
Not necessarily. It's just like I just don't really like. I wasn't really thinking about it too much.
Okay. Let me ask you this real quick. This is a statement you did with.
Yes, sir. With Miss Deborah.
With Miss Deborah, as far as regarding the actions that happened here. Okay. You wrote this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you swear that what you wrote in here was true?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Did she even make the call?
Call to who?
Call to who?
She said she was going to speak to.
I don't know because I wasn't with her the whole time.
Right.
But they've determined that they are going to pursue charges.
And there's still no way that I could potentially try to.
No, not right now.
Even if I asked again to make.
Yeah. Yeah, trust me, I asked them, I told them I need a clear answer, basically before I proceed, any further, and unfortunately, this is the decision that they have made. One more time for what?
For me, did she leave?
No, they're still here, but I understand what you're saying,
Right.
but we are beyond that. They are beyond that. Okay. Asking again isn't going to do anything because we've already had that conversation and the decision has already been made. Okay.
The message from the officer is clear. There's no escaping the consequences. However, that won't stop the suspect from making one last attempt.
That's why, hypothetically, had this just been a one-time deal, and then you came back, oh my God, I'm so sorry, this is what I did. Here's the money back, no harm, no foul. Maybe this could have been a different scenario and you may have just been terminated. But like I said, there are numerous transactions totaling up to $2,100. So it basically just shows he's still doing it, he's still doing it, he's still doing it. So why is he still doing it? You know what I mean?
Okay, so is there a way for me to make a call to organize the money that I owe?
So here's the thing. We're not going to make phone calls to make payment. Okay?
Sorry? I'm sorry.
We're not going to make phone calls to make a payment to Walgreens for the amount. Okay? This will be restitution.
What's that?
Basically decided by the courts whether you have to reimburse the money or not. And that's when that would be paid back. Okay? In the meantime, I wouldn't contact them. I wouldn't.
Most likely they're going to trespass you as well.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah. So most likely you're going to be trespassed. Normally, how this goes is they owe you a paycheck. It'll be sent to you in the mail.
Well, I don't even know if that, because the way you made it sound like they're probably going to take the paycheck. So
I don't know.
It's part of their financial restitution. Sounds like they're going to take a check.
Okay. Oh, that's what she said. There's not enough money
Yeah.
in the paycheck.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I'm thinking they're going to take his paycheck for restitution. Some of the restitution, what I think they're going to do.
So
I don't know for sure, but go ahead.
To jail.
Yeah.
And at this point, he's still in disbelief. Listen closely to what he says next.
Jojo, or like,
Yeah. Do you have anything in your pockets?
like illegal?
No, like anything.
Yeah, I have my phones.
Okay. Stand up. Do me a favor. Just put your
Is
stuff.
there a way you could arrest me outside?
No, but we can try to conceal you. Okay. We'll try to keep you away from customers. I'm parked on the side of the building. I'm not parked at the front. Okay. We're not going to make a big scene about this. Well, we can make some phone calls after this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know the numbers off the top of my head though. So
That's fine. We'll
there's
get
a
it.
lot
We'll
of
get it from your.
access.
We'll get it from your phone. Okay, but I still got to write the report. Okay, we're gonna go back to the office, and then we'll wheel and deal on the phone if you need to notify your mother. Okay.
It's just like like a sentence type of thing, like a jail sentence?
No, this is just for the initial charge. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you arrest me, like I'm going.
You're going to jail. You're being charged with a crime. Okay. It's a non-violent crime. It's not domestic. If you talk to your mom later, she can bail you out. You can be out today, or you could be out tomorrow.
I can be out today?
Yes. Yes.
Like, for good?
Well, until your court date. You'll have to go to your court date.
Yes.
So she could bail me out, and then I would.
But you'll be obligated to go to your court date.
Processing, I'll be straight up with you. Processing is going to take 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah, I know. When I got arrested the first time, they put me in a holding cell.
You're going to go the same thing.
Yeah.
And then, like, I was there for like a lot of hours, and then they allowed her to bail me out.
Yeah.
With the 18-year-old suspect full of questions, the officers take their time to explain what comes next.
You got to realize something. Once we get to the jail, that's beyond our control. That's not our side of the business. So however long they keep you in that intake and things like that, that's on them. We can't tell you how long you're going to sit there for. There's no guarantees on that.
But there's a guarantee that I can get out today, is what you're saying. Or you can't guarantee that either.
Well, with a nonviolent crime, there should be able to put a bond on you.
What's a bond on a felony?
I think it's $3,000.
I thought it was 3,000.
Is it 3? I thought it was 2.
So listen, it's 2,000 or 3,000 for the bond. You get it if they get a bondsman. You only have to pay 10%. That's $200 or $300 with a promissory that you're going to go to court and you're not going to run.
Yeah, some type of collateral.
Yeah.
Okay.
She may have to sign her car or something. I don't know.
Right.
Or pay the money up front and then they'll reimburse her. That's up between the bondsman and it's whoever posts your bond.
So anybody can pay my bond?
Anybody can pay. Anybody.
But do they have to be here to pay the bond?
No, they got to pay the jail.
They got to pay the jail.
No, I'm saying not here, but I'm saying like they have to go to the jail
Yes.
to pay the.
Yes.
The
In
jail?
order for your release, they
So there's no way they could like.
Can they do it over the phone?
I don't know if they do it on the phone.
I don't know if they do it on the phone.
No, because it's cash. They got to pay cash.
Oh, they have to pay cash.
The bondsman may go there and pay it.
The bondsman might be able to wire, but your family has to pay cash.
And it has to be my family that does.
Well, anybody that's bailing you out.
Yeah.
It has to be
Whoever's
cash.
bailing, it could be a friend.
So if I call a friend to bail me out, is there a way I could do this without my parents?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, without
Yes.
your parents.
Yes,
You can
you're
make a phone call.
18.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is there a way I could do this without my parents?
Yes.
Yeah, you can fucking
potentially without them even knowing.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're an adult.
For real.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you can call your friends. I mean, the worst case.
Can I write their numbers down?
You can,
If
not
when you give me the
not
opportunity,
here.
You give me the opportunity.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. But yes, you can contact friends, and friends can come. It doesn't matter.
Still not ready to face the outcome, the suspect tries to buy more time by asking yet another round of questions.
The only thing is, I don't have any friends out here. They all live in like different states, like New York and Georgia.
Okay, well,
so that's why I asked you.
Well, then maybe one of them will have to call a bondsman on your behalf.
Right.
They can explain the charge and where
hopefully
you're
you have a
at.
friend that wants to put up collateral for you.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
And then they can pay the bondsman, and the bondsman
Yes.
can pay
Yeah,
the
because the
jail.
bondsman will come take care and pay the cash. If they can get a hold of a bondsman.
Otherwise, will they do OR maybe? They may release you in the morning, or they may release you on your own recognizance, which
Well, what happened when I got arrested the first time? I think it was OR, but my parents, it was OR.
You weren't 18, were you?
I was.
Okay.
It was OR.
He had to be 18.
It was at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Because it's traffic.
Could be.
Sorry.
It could be 4 o'clock in the
So
morning.
we don't deal with that process. They
Yeah.
have their different time slots. They have all that stuff over there. We don't know when they release. We don't know that stuff.
I don't
All we
know
know
the
is court
line,
dates.
shift change, when the paperwork goes through, when the payment goes through, when notifications are made.
8
that's all
a.m.
at the
court.
jail.
Every morning, 8 a.m. is court out west. So I can tell you that for a fact. That's about the only thing I know in that business is court at 8 a.m. every morning, except for Sundays.
Okay.
They're on call for Sundays.
So, listen, I know you've been very respectful. We're trying to answer your questions.
I'm sorry for asking.
No, you're fine.
We're not, listen, we're not holding this against you. This is just something you and Walgreens are going to have to deal with. Okay. But for the time being, I need you to take your jewelry off, empty your, put your stuff. You're gonna keep your
We're
stuff.
gonna keep all
You
your
just
stuff.
can't wear it.
You can't wear it.
I have to put it into a separate property bag.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know if they want that lanyard that you have, so I'd just leave that. I mean,
You don't just leave it here.
The lanyard, yeah,
I would
we'll leave
just
here.
leave
It's
it
probably
like-
property of Walgreens.
Right. Okay.
The suspect was later booked and processed on charges of felony grand theft and scheme to defraud.
Okay. And there's no way you could arrest me outside.
No.
No, trust me, we'll just walk
I just
out
don't
with
want
you.
people to see me. That's the only.
I understand.
I can get up.
Yeah.
You have to empty out all your pockets.
You want to just put it right here?
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
right there.
right there. Right on that piece of paper. Take your earrings out.
I'd
Nose
say my
ring.
ears off.
Huh?
Well, if you don't take it out, the jail's
I
gonna
have to
take
take
it
this
out.
off?
Yeah.
Yes.
I know. It's not going to close up in one day.
And my,
Well, then you have to get it re-pierced.
is there like
A mirror?
it's
No.
not a mirror, like somewhere I could put it? Like,
It's gonna go in a plastic
I don't
bag.
wanna
We
lose
gotta put it in
We're
a
going to put it in a bag. Okay. Nothing else in your pockets.
Oh, no. I'm
Did
sorry.
somebody text you?
Yeah.
Who's that? Okay. Turn around. Put your hands on your back.
You pretty much like really tight though. Last time, obviously.
His sentence? 12 months of probation. Number 2. Police tracked down employee at her house. This $1 million case began back in 2017 when a financial administrator launched a bold scheme that would go undetected for years. It wasn't until a routine audit that management uncovered the truth. It turns out that for years she had been forging checks, diverting payroll into her personal account, and making fraudulent purchases using company funds. By early 2023, she was fired and escorted off the premises. She was supposed to face the board, but she never showed up. In May 2023, authorities took matters into their own hands. Here's how it played out.
Okay.
It is a disaster.
At least they sound like they are. Okay.
Moving.
I don't know, they sound big. DeKalb Police! Search warrant! DeKalb Police! Search warrant!
He's coming.
Yep.
Open the door.
DeKalb Police, open the door! Open the door, I have a search warrant, open the door. Yes. Open the door or I'm gonna break your door. Sure. Okay, man. Anyone else home?
No, it's just me and my dog.
Are your dogs locked up?
Can I please see the warrant,
Yes.
please?
Yep, we'll give you a copy. Is your husband home or your children home?
No, my children are in school.
Here, sure. Go and step out. You step with my partner over here. They're gonna explain everything to you. Okay, we have to search it and make sure there's no one else here. So go out with
I
them.
have to step out?
Yes.
Okay. Can I not get my purse or anything?
You have to go out with them. Let go of the phone now.
No, I'm on the phone with my lawyer.
Let go.
I'm on the phone with my lawyer.
Let go of the phone.
The officers present the suspect with a warrant and conduct a sweep of her residence to ensure no one else is inside. With $1.36 million in stolen funds on the line, they're not taking any chances.
I'll stay with
It just.
I'm gonna hang out with you, okay?
Can you please explain to me what's going on?
Yep. There's a search warrant for your house. Okay. I have an officer that's gonna talk to you once we make sure that everything's safe in here.
Okay. All right. There's no one else home. There's no kids home. Anything like that.
No,
Okay.
but
Is your husband home or is he
No.
working? Okay.
can I call my lawyer at least? Like,
Yep, you can do that. Okay. But we're gonna work on that. Okay.
so I have to wait until you guys give me my phone.
Yes. There's a search warrant signed by a judge that says that we will be searching your house. Okay.
Max, you got upstairs?
Yeah, I'll hold it.
Come on, I'm gonna go right. Small bedroom over here.
Watch that deep corner. I don't know.
My lawyer said I shouldn't open the door or do anything or tell you guys to contact them first. So
I
that's not
understand. If you didn't open the door, I would have broke it down. Okay. So you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Okay. I've got a search warrant signed by a judge. It's not like I asked to come in. I've got an order to come in by the judge.
Okay.
Okay.
Got the garage on the right. Yeah, I'll hold it.
I'm going legal. See him both.
Clear.
While working for her former company, the suspect took advantage of her privileged access to payroll systems and security tools. By using the company's key fob to create unique authorization codes, she redirected over $380,000 to her personal account, all while masking the transfers as official transactions. The amount she stole was over 12 times her agreed-upon salary.
Are there any weapons in the home or anything like that?
Yeah, my husband has
They're
concealed
locked up.
carry.
Yeah, they're locked up though.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
And he's not here.
No.
Okay.
Pantry. Clear.
Can I at least call someone to get my kids though from school? Like, this is delaying the process if I can't call them and at least say that.
When do they get off school?
My kid gets out of school at 12.
Okay. We got a little bit of time for that, but I will let you make phone calls for that, okay? It's 9:30.
But if he's out on a truck run, why can't I call him and just tell him get back here now? I don't have anyone in DeKalb else to pick up my kid.
Okay. We'll let you make that call. Okay? Just not at this moment. Okay, we gotta make sure house is safe, everyone's safe, and then we'll start having conversation. Okay?
Yo, police, search warrant. Clear.
There's like a door over here on the right.
I'm checking this door behind you.
You gotta go around.
Take your time, guys. No rush.
Yeah, there's deep corner to the right. Turn it.
Go back here. You got that corner?
Yep.
Check that door.
Am I under arrest or something?
At the moment, no.
I'm not understanding why I can't call my husband just to tell him to head back this way then.
Nope, I understand you don't have a phone on you right now, so you can't call your husband.
I do have another phone I can use though. Or I
That's
can
also
face-
part of the search.
My tablet's part of it too?
Inside the home, officers find clutter and various items, some of which were purchased using stolen company funds. Reports reveal the woman used the company's Amazon account to order luxury goods, cleverly redirecting shipments to her own address.
We're almost about 15 seconds. We'll be done.
All right, clear.
We checked that, right, bud?
All right. Yep.
All right. We're coming up.
All open up here.
Master bedroom straight. Stairs to the left.
Hey, Lickle, she says he's out on a run right now, so no one should be home.
I swear no one is here but me and my dogs.
That's okay. They got to check, though. I appreciate you.
I
do.
swear.
I know.
Closet. Closet. Good. Coming.
There's a lot of stuff.
You guys good then?
Good.
Almost. Last room.
You guys get this one?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Clear. While you guys are here, check secondaries.
Secondary.
Good. Good. We get under the bed.
Good to clear the channel?
Sorry?
Are you good for me to clear the channel?
Yes.
Okay, 10-7. We're secure. You can clear fireplace.
Her scheme didn't stop at online purchases. Investigators also discovered multiple forged checks, all signed by the suspect and issued from company accounts.
Why do they want my text messages?
For the offense that's listed in the warrant.
You said the offense. Can you explain that? What does that mean?
Yep. You got a lot of questions. There's another detective that's going to have those answers for you, okay?
Okay.
I'll get him for you once he's done doing what he's doing inside. How long you lived here?
3 years now.
Okay.
Going on 4.
How many dogs do you have?
6. 2 I'm babysitting and 4 are mine.
After confirming there's no immediate threat in or around the house, officers prepare to escort the woman to the station for further investigation. As expected, she's not eager to go.
Alright, so this is Detective Lickle. We've got a lot of questions. He's got the information for you. Okay. So,
Patient, if you would please just let's go ahead and slip down this way.
Why can't we stand? I would like to stay closer to my house if that's possible.
Well, at this point in time, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to come down to the station with me. Okay?
For what?
Huh? As for right now, you're in custody. You're in custody. You're under arrest for theft as of right now. Okay?
So I'm being charged?
As of right now, yes.
Okay, so when can I call my husband?
I'll let you as soon as we get down
And my
there.
lawyer.
I know you have a lot of questions, and I want to be as accommodating as possible. Okay? So as soon as we get down there, we'll sit down, we'll have a talk, and when everything's situated, and like I said, I can answer questions for you, and I'll let you make what phone calls you need to. Okay?
So who's all under arrest? Who's all under arrest? Who are you charging?
As of right now, you're the only one here. So as of right now, you're the only one that's being charged.
Who else would be charged? My husband would be charged?
I don't at this point in time. I'm just concerned about talking to you. Okay?
You said you would answer more of my questions.
He will. We've got to do this part first. We will talk to you more at the police department. So for now, put your hands behind your back.
So when can I make my phone call? Because my kids get out at 12.
Can you step forward, please? Thank you.
Pull your sleeve up a little bit and your hair out of the way so we don't get stuck in there, okay?
The officers are ready to take her in, but the suspect continues trying to play smart.
I get a lot of questions, and I want to provide the answers for you, but then I just don't want to sit here and air out laundry in front of the entire neighborhood.
I just want to know, most importantly, I would like to call my husband so he can get the kids. Is my husband under arrest? Are you guys trying to get him too?
As of right now, that's one of our first priorities is, getting a hold of the husband, make sure the kids are okay. So, we're going to try.
But are you telling me the truth or are you just saying it? Because I don't even know what I'm being, who's charging me.
All right. Passion, I'm being upfront and honest. I've been doing this for almost 19 years.
Okay.
I'm not trying to bamboozle you or anything like that, okay?
It doesn't even say who's charging me. It doesn't even say who's charging me.
We'll the DeKalb Police Department.
Yep, we'll talk about charges and whatnot when we get down there. Like I said, I'm not trying to bamboozle you. We'll try to get hold of your husband, try to make arrangements for the kids and whatnot, and get it all situated. Okay. Sorry. Sorry, it's not the most comfortable, but I'll get you out of those ASAP, okay?
Later investigations uncovered even more high-end items inside the suspect's home, including $116,000 worth of jewelry, featuring a large diamond chain. Her phone, later seized by authorities, showed a series of incriminating Google searches, questions about money laundering, fraud penalties, and asset misappropriation, suggesting she was already bracing for the fallout.
Their boxes? Oh, they're just clearing stuff out. It says clearing stuff out of the van. It says it's part of the search warrant, which items were listed here. Obviously, you got your copy. It's right here. You can, when we get down to the PD, I'll let you look back over it again. Okay. How long's your what? How long's your stuff gonna be gone for? Yes. It's part of the investigation. 100% honesty. I don't know, because if whatever's collected will be collected as evidence, and then it's got to go through, you know, whether, you know, you take it to court, whether, you know, you take it to court, whether, you know, you're found guilty or you're found innocent, whatever, you know, and then it says if everything works out, you know, when you're found innocent or innocent or charges are dismissed, that property will be returned to you. Okay?
But they're gonna have it until then.
As right now, yes.
The woman was charged with theft over $1 million, a Class X felony, along with misappropriation of assets, also a Class X felony, continuing a financial crimes enterprise, Class 1 felony, and 3 counts of forgery. Her total bond was set at $500,000. She later pleaded not guilty, and the case remains open, with a final court date set later this year. Number 1. No longer employed, but still causing trouble. In a similar case, Sarasota police were called to an office complex after reports of a former employee forging company checks for personal gain. Here's what happened next.
Hey, how's it going?
How's it going?
Hey, I got a call from Chris to come meet with you guys.
Okay.
It's about forged documents or some checks.
No. Hey, Chris is saying something about forged documents, right? You didn't get a text message from me?
I don't know. I'm not.
I sent you over the weekend.
I'm not saying anything. I don't
No,
know anything.
that shouldn't be right.
So.
Okay. Why don't we all step inside? Is that him? See you ready up. Yeah, like another unit routine.
All right. Kyle?
I don't know. No, I haven't talked to Chris at all.
I sent you a text message saying, hey, my dad's in a little bit of trouble, man. I need to write a check. I need about $5,000 that I got a check coming from the government for my 3 stimulus. Then you guys can have that.
Never had a check. This is from like a week or 2 ago. So how do we deal with this?
Yeah, like I sent you guys a
I
text message.
don't have any proof. I didn't have any
Yeah, right. I
information
mean,
for you.
let Chris get here and see what he says.
Yeah,
That's
well,
how I feel about
just
it.
hang out for a minute and then.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. You want some light?
I didn't know that.
No, it's all right. I didn't realize that. He didn't tell me. Who's here?
Okay. Is he Chris on his way, or?
I don't know
I
yet.
can call him.
No, don't
you're
worry
good.
about that.
Just do your own business. Do what you got. You're good.
Sorry, guys.
Is there a back door?
I'm sorry, what?
Is there a back door?
I'm going to go out back to the trash can. There's the trash can top one, and you throw this away.
Okay, well, I'm gonna right behind you.
The suspect immediately goes on the defensive, claiming he already spoke to his boss and that there's no issue. However, considering it was the boss who called the police, that claim doesn't hold up.
How do we deal with this?
I'm just waiting for one other person to get here.
Waiting for Chris.
Is he coming? Did you talk to him?
No, I'm waiting for one of our guys. Just so we can have everything accounted for.
Everything and understand you.
Yep.
Because I sent a text message with you.
Okay. Well, I'll get to. We're gonna look through everything.
Absolutely. Do you know him as a personal friend or just as being an officer of the law?
Just.
You never met the man.
I know him through this place.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah. But I just came over here because I want to talk to you, figure out what's going on. So.
Absolutely. I mean, it wasn't like Chris called the sheriff's department and said, he called you specifically. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
I mean, that gives me, thank you, that gives me hope because I don't want to get into trouble over this. I mean, I text like these guys are my friends above all.
Okay.
I care about their children.
Okay. I don't know anything about them outside of this place.
I get upset easily. Okay. I'm sorry.
The officer now speaks with one of the company's co-owners, who had also noticed the suspect's unusual behavior leading up to the discovery.
I'll tell you where I'm at already before we get anywhere. One, sorry, he didn't tell me he was already. He was here.
I didn't know he was either. When I walked out here, I just got here. So. Yeah.
Okay. So is he not supposed to be here?
So, I don't know if Chris gave you a little history.
Yeah, he said he worked here.
He worked for us for a while. Needed a place to go. Chris was letting him stay here. We're letting him be friendly.
Okay.
He's always been a great guy.
Yeah.
We've seen some things in the past happen, like things come up missing, little things like scrap and stuff. We tear apart AC units.
Right.
We told him like, oh, don't go back there and take scrap for yourself. That's our money. Yeah. So really, about a week ago, I looked at my checking account and noticed a few checks were written.
Okay.
One for like $1,400, one for $600, another one for $400. Didn't think of anything of it because Chris, my partner, he has access to our checkbook as well. So I figured, he just wrote some checks to whoever.
Okay.
So I was in the account today about a week later looking. So I actually clicked on the check images to see what they were wrote out for.
Yeah.
It wrote out to him. First off, we've never paid him with a check. So they were made out to him, and it said on the bottom, salary, and it had my signature forged.
Okay.
Doesn't even look like my signature at all. I have screenshots of the two checks. There's a third one that's still pending, so I can't see the check images yet until it clears. So.
But these are all for amounts, you said?
Yeah.
600, 1,400, and...
Yeah. One's for 1,400. Do you need to see them?
Do you have, can we go to your desk?
It's right in here where you're standing.
We'll pull him out into this area, and then we'll go in there and have this.
The investigation continues as one officer questions the co-owner for further details, while the other keeps the suspect under watch in the lobby.
I'll walk you through. So when I got here, I didn't say who did what. I said one thing, and he immediately
knew about it.
He started saying he did it, but he got permission first. So I've got some things. Obviously, after I talk to you and get some images of this, we're going to have to Mirandize him. We're going to have to see what he says. I'll discuss it with him and see what he has to say. But for now, do you have his so he stopped working here, Chris said 6 months ago?
Maybe 5-6 months ago, yeah.
Do you have on record his termination date, his last pay?
I don't. Chris probably can get it somewhere.
Okay.
I can look through my text messages, maybe see the exact date, but Chris would probably know that more. I mean, I can maybe dig it up. Just give me time to find it out.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have it already.
No, that's fine. And your name's Kyle.
I used to be working for the AC company, and Chris and Kyle, they let me live here for a little while. Well, we're going to sell the building beginning of the year, so I kind of just been keeping maintenance on it until then, and I'm out. I texted Kyle weeks ago about my dad needing money because he was in a situation not well. And I found out that I am getting the stimulus checks that I never received. So I said to Kyle on the text that I will sign those over to you guys. I need the money. I need to write a check. Why is there a problem? Like, I have seen you since then. You didn't say anything.
In the office, the co-owner presents key evidence to the officer.
I just screenshot it.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do...
So that's not my signature at all. I never write that installations in that amount.
1,400. Okay.
And this was the first one.
Okay.
Okay. Second one was the same day, December 5th. Same date for 600. Okay, this one says salary, and that's still not my signature.
Okay.
Okay, and like I said, I don't do any of that. So, okay, so the last one is still pending, and I can't see the physical check images until it clears, so it must have just happened like yesterday or today. Or
Can you see, did it give you a date?
Yes.
A date posted?
Yeah, let me see. Now, I didn't write a check for 480, so Chris has to do it.
Okay. And you two are the only ones with the ability. Okay. Perfect.
1 Lincoln 41. Florida 13 boy.
I hate to say that was his too, and then something clear, but I didn't write a check.
He already told me that he hasn't. Chris has already said he hasn't written any checks. So.
I'm trying to think. No, I didn't write. No. Okay, so I said 408. Okay, is the amount.
Okay.
And the date is 12/14.
He's written $2,408 to himself. I have a few things. After.
I'm gonna call Chris.
When I go do the Miranda.
Okay.
I have enough to take him.
Yeah.
So after we do that,
ask him what he wants to do with all his belongings. I mean, if he needs to pile it all up, he can. If he wants us to do it, I just don't know where he's gonna put it all. So.
Right.
You can ask him what he wants to do with that stuff.
Okay. All right.
Call Chris.
Yeah. I'm gonna step out for a second.
Now that the evidence has been reviewed, the officer returns to the suspect and reads him his rights.
Well, because I'm going to ask you questions here, I have to read this to you, okay? So, have you ever been read your Miranda warnings before?
Sure, yes, sir.
Okay. All right. As follows, right? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to an attorney, have him or her present with you before and during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, one will be appointed to represent you at no cost to you before and during questioning. If you wish, you can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Okay, do you understand each of these rights as I've explained them? Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is Chris not coming?
I do not know. I don't know what his plan is. I don't know him that way. I don't know what he's doing. Okay. So, Tom, I gotta ask you, okay, so here's where we're at. There's 3 checks cashed December 5th, December 5th, and then December 14th, okay, for a total of $2,408.
Should be more than that.
Should be more than that?
I got $5,000 worth of checks.
Okay, so there should
I
be...
told you that. I told you that in my thing. You go over here, should nice thing.
Okay, so there...
Or you drive me.
Well, yeah, just hang out for me. So there should be $5,000?
Total.
Okay.
That's what I told these guys.
So, all right, you've given me an amount. Here's where we're at, Tom. When I got here, I didn't say that I was here because you forged checks, but you immediately...
Yeah, because I
assumed
knew that's the only reason why you guys would be here, if you said anything like that. And I told them.
Why would that be?
Because these guys never said nothing to me, and I never said nothing to them, but I asked them about the $5,000.
Once again, the suspect insists he already spoke with a complainant, claiming he explained the forged check was to help his injured father, and that he asked for permission only after attempting to cash it.
Kyle, before you came back, he said that I asked him why I was here, and he said he texted the owner of one of the business that his dad was hurt and he needed to borrow $5,000, and then he did a check and sent it to his dad for $5,000. He said they never replied back to him saying that, yeah, you can get the money now.
I didn't get the reply from Kyle, but I see him often enough. If he would have thought some type of way, he would have said something, both of them.
Okay.
I see Chris almost daily. But go ahead.
Okay. All right. Tom, you mind standing up for me?
Yeah. Are you going to pay for me, right?
Yeah,
okay,
please.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do anything stupid. Trust me.
Yeah, please don't.
I'm not. I got a phone right here.
And I don't want you to drop your phone.
Hold on. I'll feed you. If you need water, I'll give you.
Drop your wrist.
All right,
so it doesn't hurt. Well, I don't want it to hurt.
The suspect tries to justify his actions until the very end.
Tom, your belongings that are in the back, do they have permission to put those in your car? Chris said you can keep your car parked back there. They're not going to do anything with it. They're going to lock it up and they're going to let you keep it here. You can come get it when you get out, okay?
I'm not going to get out if they're going to press charges. How am I going to get out, young man, when I'm going to press charges on this? They wouldn't. If they felt that way, they would have told me in the beginning and said, hey, what is going on here? Sir, I would have told him, Kyle, or Chris, I text Kyle about this. Like, I told you guys, I got money coming. It's coming right to that mailbox right there. He gets my mail sometimes.
Do they have permission to put the stuff in your car?
Yeah, man.
Is your key in the car? Or
You guys got it.
Okay, all right. All right. Thank you. So he said he does not want to come out and talk to you.
Great.
So I'm sorry.
So, but these guys got no problem with me keeping my stuff here and this and that, right? So
They don't. So they did say, what he did say is that when you are out, you can come by, you can get all your stuff. They're going to collect everything for you and put it in a safe place for you so it's not out in the rain. They're not going to throw it outside. They're going to keep everything where it's at. Your car's going to stay where it's parked. When you get out, I'm going to leave the key with you. So when you get out, you can come over here. You can get all your stuff, okay? Like, this is better anyway. This way you're not getting towed. You're not paying for a tow fee and like a storage fee and all that, okay? They're still trying to help you out as much as they can, all right?
I understand, but why wouldn't these guys say something to me? I talk to them all the time.
I don't know.
I just mentioned this gentleman. After the fact, after I was like, hey Kyle, thanks. The next time, I seen him like 3 days later. Thanks, I really needed that. I'll make sure you guys get your checks. Okay. Or whatever.
You want to pull your foot in for me, sir?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
He was ultimately charged with fraud. That's a wrap for today's video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And as always, stay safe out there.